Hello, YouTube. Is this thing on? All right. Last time I had some issues with the sound. If anybody's there, please let me know if you can hear me. Let me play some music to see. Okay. I can hear my music. Anybody can hear me, let me know, please. That's what happened last time. You couldn't hear me. So I did not hear the intro. I hope you can hear me. If you can, please let me know. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Murphy's Law. If you can hear me, let me know. Because when you think you have everything set up, it's always something that happens. All right. Hi, baby. You can hear me. Okay. Again, I do apologize. This is my second stream. So when I did my intro, I couldn't hear it for some reason. Let's start this again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 2 of Draw Forever, which I'm going to do forever. A lot of artists agree with me with that. And I am your host, Melvin Cruz, better known as Mad Mel. I am founder of Dark Digital Comics, creator, writer, and illustrator of Dead the Grim Reaper. Now, if you were with us in the first episode last week, I don't want to have every episode in regards to my Reaper. Okay. So that way I just want to mix it up a little bit. I want to bore you to death. So here's a good example. This is a drawing that I'm doing. We're going to do a little inking on them today. I'm working on the Holiday Horror Tales with Warren Brown from Lunchbox Comics, and I'll do a little bit of that. And then I'll show you a little bit of the chapters that I'm working on. All right. I want to say hi to Prissy. Ichi, what's up? Excellence. I don't know about that one, buddy, but thank you, man. The check is in the mail. All right. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask me. I have to remind you something. I am a man, hence my multitasking is to a minimum. I do apologize about that, but I'll do my best. But remember to share, like, and subscribe, okay, guys? All right, so now I have to say that I changed his eyes a little bit on the Hulk. I didn't like how he looked before. And I just say this Marvel's rival, not exactly truthful. The design right here of Iron Man, that's from Tolkien's Fighting Spirits. That's another Marvel game. So I have to admit to that. Yeah, his design. I kind of liked his design better, so I threw him in there. So, but let's start inking. Thanks, Itchy. You PayPal? All right, buddy. Yeah, for some reason, when I did the intro, I couldn't hear it. I'm like, oh, we've been practicing so long. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, these Marvel rivals, I absolutely love these characters. It's just the exaggeration, it's just beautifully done, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I don't play games like anymore. I retired many, many moons ago. When I started seeing the hours that I was spending on these games, afterwards you see the total of hours. I'm like, dude, you really can do, if you can put it into your art and your projects, you get some things done. And you know what? Yeah, then I sold a Xbox, and oh yeah, I'm an Xboxer, and all the controller games. I just sold it very, very cheaply to someone, and then just moved on. I am tempted, cousin always game master. He's always trying to convince me. But now with what's going on with PlayStation, I don't know now anymore. Every time I say yeah, I'm going to do it, I look at the price. No, I'm not going to do it yet because I'm cheap in my old age. You know this, Itchy. And tomorrow too, man. Tomorrow. So last week on the Art Brothers with Warren Brown from Lunchbox Comics, we did Absolute Batman. So now we thought, okay, we did the hero, I guess he is. But now we got to do the villain. So I am tasked with the Joker. Now that Joker is so extreme, and that's exactly why I like about him. It's just so extreme. I don't believe they did that with him. It's like let's evolve into some kind of creature, and I'm here for it. I love it. I don't know about the good man part. It's just questionable, buddy. But thank you. Yeah, these projects, there's only two. My chapter two, and the newest one, which is the holiday horror tales. Uh, yeah, that's more than enough for me, man, to keep me busy. That's why we were looking at a release date of Warren and I of next year. You know, that way it gives us more than enough time to finish up what we're doing and then just give it a year plus. Good. You did too? That is so true. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, it's I had my fun. I've been at it since oh, and I'm gonna keep dating myself if I keep saying this information. Since they came out, the video games. Anywho, and yeah, man. So I got to the point where I don't know. I matured. I don't know what happened. I just said, you know what? I am really spending a lot of time with this when I can be doing other things. Man, being an adult sucks. And you know what? I will let you guys know something about the holiday horror tales. There's a few restrictions I placed on myself, and one of them is no ruler. So I'm not going to use any ruler for it. If it's going to be just try to keep my hands steady, it's not that bad. Anyways, and let's see what else. No complete, no complete blackness to let's say a background or a face. No, just kind of scratchy. I don't want to do it with you like that, but kind of like a scratchy. I've seen a few of my sketches, and I'm like, you know what? That's not bad, and I kind of like it, so I'm gonna go with it. Hey, Dingus, how's it going, bud? All right. Hey, well, okay. So I'm trying to be all secretive about these things, guys. But then I'm like, all right. So let me give you. An example of, okay, I'll give you a quick example, like right here. Don't really want to show too much, but all right. So, man, this glare just kills me. There you go. Something like that. Yeah. So I like seeing that little sketchy part there. And the more I kept doing this, the more I said, I like it. I mean, it looks in pencil. So I said, you know what? Two restrictions. So that's it's going to be quite fun to do it, but I'm trying to. Let's see. Well, the way I figure it out, my math sucks, but I can do 2 pages per month. I know that ain't much. However, it's still something, you know what I'm saying? And if I figured it out, if I can do 2 per month, I'll be all right. I'll be in a good place. So I got page 1 done, and page 2 will start this week. Oh, thank you, Prissy, my baby. Let's see. So, yeah, the first 2 pages will be, I want to say easy, and I don't want to use, don't want, I just said it. It's not that difficult. And the reason why, because it's really establishing shots, where they're at, and that's so it's kind of fun, to do those backgrounds where, like, okay, start off here wide and then just narrow it in, and these guys are here. And if you must know, I'll tell you, they're in a secret cave. Okay, I'll just tell you a little more. They're in a secret cave that has totems in those caves that kind of is like a spell that protects them, from anybody invading their property. Not really invading the property, just protecting the meeting. No, nobody's going to show up all of a sudden, and no dialogue can be heard. So they had to do that. So a lot of magical beings out there. They want to make sure nobody is eavesdropping on this conversation that they're having. Very intense conversation. And I'm going to keep everybody as much as I can. You'll notice some of them who are in the shadow. You'll be like, I know what that character is. But then some of them, you're going to scratch your head like, okay, who the heck are you? And then, do the reveal later when the battle starts. But, yeah, I want to get into it. Just that little bit right there of information. All right, let's get into it. No, just had the story for a minute. I never did anything with it. As soon as I was talking with my art brother Warren Brown, he's like, he had a story too. I'm like, wait a minute, you got a story? I got a story. Let's put it together, and we will. To reboot it, Ichi. No, it's not a one shot. I just wanted to give his origin. I wanted the origin to be first and get it out the way. Then when you see him in the chapter 2, you're like, okay, I already know who he is. I know what happened to him, and I know why he's doing what he's doing. So that's what I wanted to get him out the way. There you go, origin. Yeah, I could have but then if I thought it through. Yeah, believe it or not, I thought it through, and I was like, wait a minute, if I don't do this, then he's going to be doing all of these things, and you're going to scratch your head like, what's his motive? Why is he doing this? So I said, no, you know what? Let me get the origin out the way. But it's a standalone. You can see. This is what my plans with them is going to be. I'm going to stand alone stories, but then there are going to be other stories that are part or a continuation. So a combination of both. You can pick up hopefully one chapter and it's a whole story by itself. There's going to be, but some of them are going to overlap. Some. Chapter 2 right now does Very little to do with chapter one, but you'll see some of the new players. Let me do that. Hold on. Players. Okay. So, yeah, it's just so much fun. And I've had these stories for a minute that I'm looking at now, and I'm like, okay, that story is a little outdated now. So you got to do something about it. Okay, you know what? I am so sorry. Let's play some music. Now, guys, let me know if the music is too loud, please. I think somebody told me before in the first episode that it was. I'll bring it down a little bit. Just let me know, please. Is that good right there? Thank you, Prissy. Yeah, it was like too loud. Somebody's like, hey, man, music was too loud last time. I'm like, oh, why did you tell me in the stream? I don't know. My first time. Thank you, baby. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I do. Thanks a lot, Itchy, man. I do an Inktober with my baby Priscilla Prissy. Let's call her Prissy. I do Inktober with her. So, sweetie, it's gonna be. I can pull it off. I guess maybe somehow. So last year, I always do a Inktober with her. Um, Last year, I kind of, for the first time ever, went by uh, Inktober. I can't recall who's the guy who's running it, but I went by that list. I don't usually go by lists. I don't like following the crowd in that. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I did it finally last year. I always do my own thing. It was fun, I guess. It's, yeah, it was fun. But I don't know. I feel restrained that, oh, it's got to be something like that. Yeah, you can be creative with it, yada, yada, yada. However, I like doing my own thing. So in one episode with Warren Brown, please, guys, if you get an opportunity to go to his YouTube channel, it's just so much fun. And he's such a creative person. And when I was talking with him, it's like, man, to balance, multiple projects is it's that's a feat, man. That's something that you're gonna have to try to do your best to manage, and I think I'll be able to. Yeah, it does, but it make you think outside the box. It did. So that when I first time did it, like last year, I was like, okay, all right, wait a minute, okay, and then, but I got to remember not to get too extreme. But I like it. Not sure if I'm gonna do it this year, sweetie. I'm gonna probably do my own thing. I don't know. Remember a couple years ago when I did Kelvin and Hobbes? That was so much fun. I think I said it on this on War. I'm being repetitive, and I do apologize, guys, if you heard it before. But this big guy I drew first because I've seen a lot of art, and I've seen where they have multiple heroes, and in the the big guy's in the background, but he doesn't. He looks like he was squished in there. And to me, it looks like, well, it looks like you started with all the foreground, you know, foreground, middle ground characters, and then the back one you threw after the fact. And the problem with that is that he won't look like he fit. He won't look exactly like he fits. So as you can see, his foot is here, one foot down here. Captain America's foot is down here too. So that's what I did. I said, nah, you know what? I'm gonna do the big guy first, and I'm not saying no names. These are artists. To each his own. And but I see a lot where it's like, nah, just squeeze them in there, and that's why he doesn't look right. And it was so bad because I'm like, I got all the muscles in there, I got all the fists in there, everything's sweet, and then he overlaps him. He overlaps it. Jeff the Shark overlaps it too. It's like, well, I know it's there. Let's take a look. Give me 1 second, guys. I did. I started quite a few years ago, and then I stopped. It was around when COVID came by. I did on Webtoon. It's called Bad Bone, and that was a lot of fun. But like I explained, that was too much work for me, so it was like I couldn't keep up, you know, and so I had to end it. But I did that. Then I had to reevaluate my life and what I wanted to do, and then I came up with this. But no, this is pretty much it. This and the holiday horror tales. Yeah, those two are pretty much about it. It is so much fun with this Reaper and the stories. And yeah, baby Jeff. I don't know where he came from. I don't know. He's cute. He's cute as heck, but I don't know, like, why he's even with them and where he come from. Who even created him? I have no idea. It's cute though. He's a very cute character. No, not Dark Knight with Jeff Lone. I remember Jeff Lone actually. No, no, it was just his manga-ish character that I came up with. Actually, if you give me a second, I think I have the T-shirt somewhere, not too far. All right, actually, here you go. Here is a T-shirt of this, and you can see how different my artwork was at that time. This is a T-shirt of him, and you can see his logo and the N backwards and the E backwards. But this is how he looked. Very, very Japanese anime. He he has an attitude problem. He's fearless, and he's made of dark matter. That's the scariest part that I came up with. But very, very, very stylized when I came up with him. It just kept evolving. The cowl, I love the cowls. You know, big old fist, tail, spiky hair. Very simple design. It was fun to draw him. Had a lot of fun, but alas, I have to move on. He's not an animal. He's from another. Let me see, from another dimension. That okay. His father said, "You know what? You are not bad enough. You're mischievous. Okay, I'll give you that. but you're not really bad enough to take over the family business, the empire. So I'm going to take you up to a place. I'm going to send you to a place so evil that if this doesn't help you, nothing will. And where was that place? Earth. You can survive Earth. You can survive anywhere. So, oh yeah, he was the type that he'll try to do things and didn't work out very much, but he was extremely powerful. Very, very, very powerful. I had fun with that, but it was too much. It was too much for me. I mean, I see these people on a webtoon. My goodness, the amount of work that comes out. Then when I did some research, oh, they got a lot of help. There was a lot of people involved in it. And I'm a one man crew, so like, oh, that's why they can do it. But kudos to them, man. So I said, no, I had to give it up. Broke my heart, but it's like, it is what it is. And I went from there, which was very clean. I cleaned up my style just a bit with Bad Bone to now more of a sketchy, as you can see, which I love to do. Thanks, Itchy. Yeah, he was a lot of fun to draw, man. It was like I said, it was very simple, simplistic style. I went so I can, you know, draw him faster, and just yeah, one color, one shade. Well, I believe I got him a little shaded, color, but it was very flat color. Like I said, keep it simple, stupid, and a lot of fun. But it is what it is. That's true. Yes, on a weekly basis, Itchy, you are so right. And I kept seeing that. And I'm like, oh, okay, I got this. But then it was like so discouraging, like because mine will come out in a couple months. Then my daughters are like, Dad, you're gonna have to, First it was black and white. Dad, you gotta go color. Crikey, fine, I'll go color. Then it was like, oh, you need more panels. I'm like, well, if I give you more panels per week, then this chapter is going to be done in just a few weeks, and it takes me a couple of months to do it. You know, so it was too much. It got to the point where I was stressing out just a little bit, and then I was throwing up artwork that sucked, and it's really bad. I'm like, okay, okay, I can't do this no more. So, but it's all right. That's how it was meant to be, guys. Things like that, you look at it, and you get upset or discouraged. You have to make it look at it in this perspective. It was meant to be. All right. I wouldn't be here right now doing this with this character if it wasn't meant to be. And I think Jordan was it Jordan that said it best. He goes, "Yeah, in order to be successful, you have to fail because that means you're attempting." And it is so true. It's like so true. Excuse me. Are you lurking in there, Mr. Warren Brown? Thank you, man. This man has, I'm going to embarrass him. He's been so instrumental in what I'm doing now. He was extremely helpful. My goodness, I asked this man a question and he will find an answer for me. And he was just, just extremely, extremely helpful. There's a few that has helped me out, and I greatly appreciate that. And sometimes you got people that are just out there for themselves, understandably. But I mean, you can help someone out too at the same time. Like, hey, I'm gonna start this. How do you go about these steps? It's been very helpful. I appreciate it, Mr. Brown. And we really get silly on the Art Brother show. We really do. It's a lot of fun with them. Okay. These X's where you put there, probably a lot of you know, but for those who don't, that's X marks the spot for black. So anything you want to black out, throw an X there, it'll remind you. Okay. Oh, he does. Well, oh yeah, he probably, yeah, Mr. Brown is probably that popular that he needs security. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Security to help him from fans or security? This guy right here. He's the one. Yeah, yeah. He's the yeah. Yeah. He's the one. Which one? I like to put that man on the spot. So much fun. And security data for Mr. Warren Brown or security. Mm, yeah, he's the one. There you go. Much better. See, told you I'm learning. I got to remember where things go. Okay, that's time right here. Okay, so this is bicep here. I remember I did the fist. I'm like, oh, that came out really nice. And then, oh, crikey, I got to cover it now with Iron Man. It's all good. It's all good. fans to be well behaved. No, I think it's the other way around. I think it's the other way around, buddy. I think Warren has to behave. Wait, okay, sorry. Sorry, man. Throw you under the bus like that, bro. You're all right, man. You're all right in my book. I had someone say, you know what, man? I believe in good vibrations. I'm like, all right, cool. Cool. And he says, he says, today, that's why I said when before I left the house, I want to be nothing but I was surrounded by good people. Then he said, then you came around. I'm like, oh, guess he doesn't know me that well. I'm all right when I'm asleep. Question for some artists that I have out there. I got a question for you. Do you get annoyed, offended by someone critiquing art that you know their art is, you know, okay? Do you get that? And if you do, how do you feel about that? I'm okay with this music. It's a little soothing. Doesn't all have to be evil 24/7, even though I'm allegedly am. I like it. Yeah, your body will remind you after a while, like on the table, like, oh, yeah, I might have to stretch up, get up and stretch a little bit. It's hard to hear it, you man. Steel chair? Wow. And this belt is like pretty detailed. I hope I can get as accurate as I can. Cap in the way. Yeah, I can draw a little bit with both hands, just in case you're like, well, the hell was that? A little bit. Don't do it as often. Been a while. That's not true. I think I did it on the stream with our brother show. Something like that. So right here. I see. Prissy, did you get that from me then? Or your mom? Or your mom? I taste me. One day I told Warren, he's like joked around and he can barely draw with his right hand. I'm like, yeah, right. Let's say we're gonna have to do a stream where we got to do it with just our other hand, a whole drawing. That would be fun. Hope everybody had a happy and safe 4th of July. Oh, Mm. Mm. Oh, nice, Patricia, nice. Kids, yeah, that fireworks. You guys used to love them when you were a kid, so that's nice. I I'm not scared of fireworks. However, I've seen a few things that, let's just say, altered my opinion in regards to fireworks. When you see things, you know, things, you'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing this no more. I'm good. Yeah, there you go, Blizzy. You are so right. Once you experience that, you're like, that's it. I'm good. Now, the kids want to see it. You want to see it? Yeah. Participate? No, not really. That's all it takes. It's just something to happen to me. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, well, this one is from the video game Marvel Rivals, not Iron Man. It's from Togan Fighting Souls or something like that. So I just loved it. So I was like, one day I was just there, bored out of my mind, just sketching, and then I created him, and then I added him, and kept going. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, it's been a while since it's been a minute since I've done a lot of characters, together. So it's like, you know what? I'll just. I had it sitting around there for a minute. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get to this if I can do it on the stream or something. Yeah, DC. I That's the one thing I think Marvel has over them as of late is these video games. I'm not sure. I don't know if DC is doing any games at this time. Video games. Something you should think about. Yeah, but you're right, DC. I should think about doing maybe DC characters. I love DC. Yeah, you gotta stop and like remember where am I? Okay, bicep here. Okay, and really be careful when overlapping with these other characters. People who do this a lot, I'll give you props. That it's just not easy. Just characters overlapping each other. That's okay. Thank you, sweetie. Give them a big hug and a kiss for me. All right, drinking water, peoples. Let's see. I thought the music was done. It's okay, I guess. Tools of the trade. These bad boys. Bad boy. Sharpies. Big Mama Sharpie. Man, there's so many of these. But they do run out. You know, I do use them a lot, so they do run out. So I have to go and keep buying new supplies. Because I'm doing so much digital artwork, you know, that when I went back to doing traditional, especially on with my art brother, going around art brother show tomorrow. Yeah, start using it a bit more than usual, especially October. Do that Inktober. Yeah, that's when I really go at it. And I was kind of weak. I was kind of weak. Cut and get it, you know. let's see here. Yeah, rendering is so much fun. It's I don't care so much for my kind of rendering, but that'll do, don't care. That'll do. If you know, you know. This is gonna be a lot of fun when it's done. I'm having a lot of fun right now. I always view when I have just a pencil work and that's it. I'm like, I gotta ink this bad boy. I view it as a challenge. You know, don't if I talk to artists, one of the main things is, they just, oh, now I got to work on this page. Don't do that to yourself. It's like if you do that, then you're really just psyching yourself out, and then you'll do less and less. I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to ink the hell out of here. I was like, hey, let's do it on your stream. Yeah, those are the voices in my head talking to each other. Like, all right. Watch his fist right there. So easy with the rendering. Easy. I don't know what happened there. Another thing when you do light pencil, sometimes you're like, what the hell did I just do there? Hmm. Hmm. It looks a little weird. Iron Man is not in yet, so okay. Let's keep going. These guys. Yeah. Oh, okay. Not bad at all. Yes. Watch it. And maybe I don't know. Over here, when I go to the next convention, uh, we should raffle this off or something like that. You know, that'll be cool. I've done so many art throughout the years that I'm okay with just giving away a few. You know, but there's some that's like, man, that really came out nice. I want to keep it forever. Yeah, right. Got any artists out there right now? I seen that there's a new cryptid from Puerto Rico called Borican Beast or something like that. Man, embarrassing that I don't know it, but I'm gonna be looking for that one because I love anything cryptid. Those Bigfoot and the Mothman and Chupacabra. I'm a sucker for that, man. I absolutely love those cryptids. And when I seen somebody did a comic book series, I'm like, oh, brilliant. Brilliant, but I got to know who is this person. I see him on Instagram all the time, so and I'm following him too. But I really want to know. I think I went to the comic book shop this past week, and I didn't see it. I thought it'd be out in the shelves, but I think it's Image. If I'm not mistaken, I could be completely wrong. I hope so. Yeah, I find myself more and more supporting indie comics. The big two are just not cutting it, man. They're just not cutting it. I don't know what muscle's here. Can't remember. I don't even know he's going to take up that space. I can't remember that muscle right there. I don't know them all by heart. Bicep, tricep, traps, but you don't need to. As long as you know their shape, you're all good. Okay, just got out okay. Whenever I see shot on Iron Man, thinking about it. Hmm. 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 Hey, remember this? Okay, enough of that. Okay. This one have to be very careful. Lots of mechanical parts. And I'm going to wing a lot of it because I don't exactly know. But it'll still look cool though. Hopefully. allegedly. And don't have any reference on him, so I have to wing it. Beautiful design, what they did on Tolkien. Hope I'm pronouncing that here right. Hmm. All right. Yeah, he is very detailed oriented. So I'm gonna wing some of it. Forgive me if some of you out there are like, "Hey, that's not exactly my bad." It's a great thing about Iron Man. It's just that you can really go in there with details and might not be accurate, but it's cool though. Thank you, Mr. Warren Brown, my our brother from another mother. Thank you. Yeah, it's just very detailed. And I don't think I got all the details, but I can always add it later. That's the great thing about it. A lot of fun, though. Hey, Mr. Warren Brown, I hope you're working on those squirrels. We got to know what happens. We got to know, man. Nice. All right. Let me to take a little bit of license with this design and just adding my own flair to it, I guess, I suppose. Erasing Warren is going to be a pain in the dupa, man. It's all that pencil. Ah, erase all of you. I think I'm finished with my music. Hold on, let's try some more. There you go. With the back leg a little black so it can get a little depth. It works sometimes. Hey. Oh, it's okay. Not bad. as an artist, you always gotta push yourself to the limit. You know, you might feel uncomfortable drawing certain things. I don't know. For example, like a background. You know, not your favorite, but you know what? Put yourself to that limit of, you know what? I'm gonna do it, and you'll be surprised sometimes where how it comes out. I'm like, wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Yeah, I always find, okay, I need to work on this, and just do it. You always surprise yourself, like, man, I actually did it now. Like, wow, but you got to do it. And if it doesn't come out the way you want to, that's okay. Try it again. And I might even scan this in one day and color it. It would be nice. I will. All right, let's go for one more. I'll just cover this for a minute. So you don't want to smear. There's a lot of pencil. You got a lot of smearing going on. So, well, since the Human Torch, hold on. These are sometimes the things you do have to do is think ahead. So, for example, I'm going to have to draw some of the flames in front of them first, and then I'll work around it. But if you don't, then you'll end up with a solid character and then flames behind it, but there should be flames in front of it. So, for example, start from right here, one right there. Flame right there. So just pick and choose. Yeah, just a few, you know. Okay. Now you can go in there. These looks much different than the ones that I remember. The Human Torch. Yeah, he looks much different now. I'm sure get that full in there. I kind of like the design of the floor how they did it. Dare I say the word? Very modern. Kind of like that. I know he's changed a bit, but I thought about that many years ago. Like, hey, why don't just leave him red and just his hair on fire? Really cool. Many years ago. Or somebody bootlegged that idea. That's okay. It's quite all right. I know I'm blocking the art just for a bit, a minute. Hey, what the world happened? There you go. Sorry about that. What happened there? Some light. Let's see how this looks. It's gonna be okay. It's got a weird design. Kind of cool actually. So let me go see if I can try to mimic it. Kind of like dark on one side. Very different. Over here too. That's easy, all right. All right, guys. So I am going to leave it right here. Got more done than I thought. I thought I was just going to be doing the Hulk now and then next time Iron Man, but no, kind of went starting to go pretty decently and got quite a few. And one more actually, not quite a few, but I got a quite about four left. And yeah, I thought this came out pretty decent. Can forget which beat. All right, so we are going to leave it here. I want to thank you all for coming. And next week, you know what? I'll keep it a surprise. I'm not sure if I'm just going to continue with this or we'll do something else. I don't have an idea right at this time. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.